Hi guys, thank you so much for switching on for today's episode of my Liverpool games reaction. Well, a game against Brighton, a step closer to the record-breaking 100 points for Liverpool, and of course the record number of wins. Yet another win again at the Annex Stadium yesterday, thanks to 2 goals from Mohamed Salah and of course our captain Jordan Henderson, who won 3-1 after an amazing contest played at the Annex Stadium. Anyways, you guys will hear much about it in my reaction. The lineups. Klopp made 4 changes to the lineup that started the game against Aston Villa during the weekend. This time around, Neco Williams was given his first start after Robertson was being rested, played on the left-hand side of the road, while in the midfield, Keita replaced Fabio, and of course, Oxlade-Chamberlain replacing Mane in front, and Firmino replaced Origi. The first 8 minutes, Liverpool were looking like they were going to run a riot. 2 goals in 8 minutes. First, Mohamed Salah after an amazing pressing from Keita to pass to Salah, and of course Salah turning provider this time around. He did pass the ball to Henderson after again Keita pressing from the midfield. Keita is so important to this Liverpool side, and I hope that he can stay fit. Klopp did hook him up after 60 minutes, but I think it's just to preserve him for the following games to come. We can't wait to unleash Keita to the Premier League. Trust me, I'm sure that guy will come good for real. But anyways, we did go 2 goals ahead in the 8 minutes, and I told some people on my TL that no, Liverpool is not a Manchester City side that will run a riot against this Brighton side, but I felt that there was no way we were going to do that, and they did show during the course of the game. We did not score any other goal until the second half, but of course Brighton did have a deficit in the first half on the 45th minute after an amazing play by Lamptey, the former Chelsea prodigy, who is of course playing, doing well for Brighton this time around in the right back position. He did cross the ball for Trossard to put them 2-1 just before halftime, and in the second half, Robertson of course replaced Neco Williams, who was already being given a yellow card earlier in the first half. There was no need risking the guy. He's young, it's his Premier League debut, full debut of course, and he was replaced because he was already on yellow card, and of course he has gotten his minutes to get a medal at the end of the day. So this time around, Robertson did turn an assist in for Mohamed Salah, who headed just his 5th goal of his career, and of course that's the 4th in Liverpool shirt. He has only scored 1 headed goal in his career before he came to Liverpool. And Salah said after the game that this routine cross from Robertson was actually practiced 2 days ago in training. From training ground to the football pitch. What an amazing way for them to get it done. We did see the victory, and Salah is of course running for the 3rd consecutive golden boot in the Premier League this season. Liverpool are chasing the record. This Liverpool side are trying to be a record-breaking one. The win against Brighton was our 30th win of the season, and I think this is the earliest that has been done in Premier League history. Out of 34 games, we have won 30 games. Even the almighty Invisibles did not do that. They did draw about 12 of their games during that season. We have drawn 2, we have lost 2, thanks to the drunken loss against Manchester City and that woeful performance against Watford, and of course the draw against Everton, and of course Manchester United again. I think Manchester clubs, they won't just get away. But anyways, we did, we are trying to meet the 100 points, and of course we are trying to meet the record number of wins. Only 2 or 3 wins now out of the last 4 is going to give us the record-breaking number of wins in a season, and of course the record-breaking points. So hopefully we get those things out of the way, and these guys will be, I think we should create statues for them basically. But anyways, that's that about that. Salah's goal against Brighton brought him to 100 goal involvement in 104 appearances for Liverpool. That's an insane statistics, to be honest, because this Mohamed Salah guy, we all never saw this happening. We all thought it was a one-season wonder. Rival fans, after first season, they said he's a one-season wonder, he's going to die the following season. Subsequently, he has proved over and over again. There was a debate on my Twitter feed about him, being more of a Premier League legend than Didier Drogba. Well, if he's going to clinch the 3rd trophy or the 3rd golden boot, he has everything to show for it. Ever since he came to Liverpool, we've been on the up, and this guy is not getting any slower. He's getting faster. He's getting more brilliant. He might not meet the height of the first season, but he has shown that he's a very fantastic player, and I think he has done so well to cement himself as a legend for Liverpool. Hopefully he makes the golden boot, but that makes Salah more selfish, to be honest. Let's see how Salah is going to be selfish in the last 4 games of the season. It's going to be very, very selfish. Hopefully Firmino gets a goal. Firmino has not been scoring so well this season. He's sacrificing himself for his other teammates. Now, a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people keep complaining, including myself sometimes. But rival fans keep saying that, is that your number 9, blah, blah, blah. But Klopp sees this guy as an important part of our system, and it's rightfully so. Before Salah got his goal, Firmino could have, gotten that ball and, scored or maybe lost the ball, but selflessly, he took himself away from play and allowed Salah to score his goal. That shows his type of person. And I think he should not be judged by goals alone. His overall style of play is really, really impressive. That takes me straight to the player ratings. Yeah. So player ratings, I think I would just mention a couple of players that I didn't think were superb, and I think that were extremely brilliant. Trent Alexander-Arnold, I think has been he's been below par since the beginning of this restart. It's not really been really that Trent we saw before the pandemic. Yeah. I think he should improve. I think I'm going to give him 6 for that performance. He did not really play well. Gomez, I think since the project restart, Gomez has been a bit complacent. That's the word. He's been a bit complacent, and I think that he needs to improve. Well, he's still better than Lovren. So I'll also give him a 6. Van Dijk, birthday boy, I think he did well. This is the most elegant defender I have seen play in a long time. Yes, I did watch a bit of Maldini, yeah, and I did watch a bit of Cannavaro, but I think that in my conscious self, in my day-to-day lifestyle in football, Van Dijk is probably the best defender I have seen. It was a very decent performance. Look at that part where he got the ball one-on-one with the striker. He did head the ball back to himself. That was amazing. Yeah, Van Dijk, I'm going to give you a 7 for that performance. You could have kept a clean sheet, but you did not. So, anyways, takes me to Neco Williams. Neco Williams Premier League debut, field debut in an uncomfortable position in left back, and he did superbly well. He was really hooked up at halftime, and he did do so well. So I'm also going to give him a 6. Now I'm going to mention the highlights of the game. Naby Keita, hooked up after 60 minutes, was the best player on the pitch. Thanks to 2 goals from Mohamed Salah, he would have been the man of the match. Yeah, Keita, I'm going to give you an 8 for that performance. It was really lovely, and we cannot wait for you to be unleashed in the Premier League, to be honest. Now, Oxlade-Chamberlain, he looked lost for the 60 minutes he was on the pitch. Yes, he's not a winger, he's a midfielder Klopp, but I don't know why Klopp keeps doing that to him at the end of the day, but it was very ineffective during the course of the game. And it takes me to Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah, golden boot hunter, yeah? He's taking his goals to 19 goals of the season, and he's going to score 1 more goal in our next game, and he's going to become the first Liverpool player to score 20 goals in 3 consecutive seasons in the Premier League after a very long time. That's amazing for this guy. Anyways, my man of the match, of course, obviously, is Mohamed Salah, and with a 9 performance, he did so well at the end of the day. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really hope you guys enjoyed my version of my reaction. I have been trying so hard to make this video as short as possible, and I will keep trying at the end of the day. I know data is a very, very important thing for you guys, and you guys sparing your data to watch me is really, really important. I really, really appreciate it. So guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter, and this is 09. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Anfield Bloodline. Guys, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and you can keep getting more videos from me. Anyways, guys, see you after the game at Anfield against Burnley. Yes, Pope is on form. He's on 14 clean sheet this season. But hopefully we'll win that game at Anfield. See you guys after the game against Burnley. Love you.